Thomas was on his way with Annie and Clarabel to see the Fat Controller to receive instructions for the day ahead. He had just done the early morning commuter run, and Annie and Clarabel were very tired as they had carried a full load of passengers.
We're exhausted, Thomas, and we've still got a full day's work ahead of us.
I know. I dare say we'll have to do the school run next, and then the shopper's special. He headed into the engine sheds where the Fat Controller was waiting. Morning, Thomas. I have your instructions for the day. You are to put Annie and Clarabel into the sidings and collect the troublesome trucks from the other sidings and take them to the docks. Thomas didn't like the idea of this at all. But I thought I was supposed to do the school run and shopper's special with Annie and Clarabel, he pleaded. Are you questioning my orders? Anyway, we've just received some smart new carriages from the mainland, and I want Gordon to be in charge of them. It'll keep the customers happy. Thomas went off sulkily with Annie and Clarabel. I'm sorry, you two, but you heard what he said. Gordon always gets the best jobs.
Actually, we're so tired, we don't mind.
Well, you should mind, because why would he want to use you two in future when he has these posh new carriages coming from the mainland?
You mean we might be scrapped, or perhaps put into a field and used as a home for chickens?
Thomas didn't answer, but he was very worried about what might happen to his good friends. Meanwhile, Gordon was humming to himself on his way to collect the new coaches. Oh, it's about time those two scruffy carriages Annie and Clarabel were put out to grass. This railway needs some class. Cranky was placing the last of the coaches onto the track after unloading them from the ship.
The two carriages, which were already safely on the track, said, "Do be careful with our sister, you idiot."
Good luck with this lot, Gordon, said Cranky. They're a right snooty bunch. Oh, that's fine, said Gordon. Just my style. Oh, hello, ladies. What are your names?
They all answered together. We're Penelope, Seraphina, and Tabitha, and we carry very important passengers.
Gordon got a little nervous at this, as he'd been put in charge of the school run and the shopper's special. This is just a small island. I hope it meets your expectations.
We hope so too. It's quite a come down for us after our high life with passenger expresses on the mainland.
In the meantime, Thomas was coupling up to the troublesome trucks, who were making their usual din. Luckily, he had his friend, Guard's van Toad, as backup. On a neighbouring track was Sammy, who was giving Toad moral support. Sammy had been given a brand new handcar by the Fat Controller for helping out to sort out Diesel 10 in his last adventure. Sammy said, "Oh, thank goodness you've come, Thomas. This lot were driving Toad and me mad." "Right, pipe down," said Thomas, but the trucks just kept on giggling. Sammy said, "Well, I'm off. See you later. Oh, good luck, Thomas." Gordon, Penelope, Seraphina and Tabitha were on their way to pick up their first lot of passengers.
We hope that the station you are taking us to is large and important, the three carriages said to Gordon. And what sort of passengers will we be carrying?
Fairly youngish, said Gordon, trying to avoid telling them it was a bunch of noisy school children. As they approached the station, the three Snobby coaches heard the sounds of school children waiting on the platform.
What is that dreadful noise?
Your passengers.
Take us back to the docks. We've decided to go back to the mainland.
Sorry, no can do. We're timetabled to do the school run. Sammy was in the meantime having fun riding on his brand new handcar, although going uphill was proving to be hard work.
Lady came up behind him. Can I give you a push, Sammy?
Oh, yes, please, lady, just the top of the hill. Meanwhile, Thomas was passing underneath on the other track. He was getting more and more annoyed by the giggling of the troublesome trucks. Will you all just keep quiet, please? Gordon had just left the station and was building up speed. The 3 express coaches were still complaining about their young passengers.
Our lovely seats are being messed up by sticky fingers. Go faster, Gordon. We want this bunch dropped off at school quickly.
Sammy had reached the top of the hill thanks to a helpful push by Lady. Oh, thank you so much, Lady. I can manage on my own now.
It's been my pleasure, Sammy. See you soon. Bye-bye.
Sammy went on his way, but out of the corner of his eye he spotted a blockage at the entrance to the tunnel. Oh no! Some big tree trunks have fallen on the tracks, and Gordon is due through with the school special. I must go and warn him. And with that he pushed the handcar lever with all his might to go faster. Gordon was getting thoroughly fed up with all the moaning coming from the carriages. Got to go faster, that'll stop them complaining. Sammy was pushing the lever with all his might. Must go faster to warn Gordon. Am I going to be too late? Gordon was really getting up speed. He wanted the school run to finish as soon as possible. The 3 sister coaches were driving him mad, and the school children were also making quite a noise.
This is the last straw. We want to go back. We want to go back.
Sammy reached the junction just in time as he heard Gordon coming in the distance. Gordon was charging round the last bend. Sammy was waving madly. Stop, Gordon! There's a blockage at the entrance to the tunnel! Gordon started to brake, but it was all too late. He crashed into the tree trunks, which made the 3 carriages come off the track. Luckily, the school children were all right. Sammy rushed back to his handcar to get help. Round the next bend, he met James coming the other way. There's been an accident, James. Gordon crashed into some tree trunks which had fallen on the line while he was pulling the school run train. Oh no! I'll rush back and get the breakdown crane. James arrived at the crash scene with the breakdown crane and started to put the Snobby carriages back on the track. Meanwhile, Sammy headed back to the yard to report to the Fat Controller. The Fat Controller had already heard about the accident. You are a hero, Sammy. If you hadn't warned Gordon about the fallen trunks, he would never have slowed down, and things could have been much, much worse. On behalf of the Sodor Railway Corporation, I congratulate you. So that's where our story ends. The Snobby carriages went back to the mainland to be repaired, and Annie and Clarabelle were returned to their normal duties.